Hey there jammers, do you like Twilight? Well, this video is nothing like that. Instead of a good looking protagonist, you get this fine specimen, and instead of love and romance, you'll see death and destruction. I had a lot of fun with The Sims 4 Realm of Magic, so this time I bought the vampire pack. But before I could go and check out, I had a couple of loose ends to take care of first. I'll just break up with my girlfriend, as if killing everybody she knew right in front of her last time wasn't enough. Now she has to deal with the heartbreak of losing this stud. Now I'm just implying her mother's a llama, just to really rub salt in the wounds. Leaving so soon? I don't understand why. By the way, she's pregnant with like my third child, in case you're wondering about the stomach. I say like, because I can't remember if it's the second or the third. It just shows you how much of a good father Hugh is. I better sell all of this, especially the back room, to hide evidence of all the murders committed in this house. I'll just leave this one tombstone, it can be like my calling card. Whoever moves in next is going to be so confused. I just love how I've got to get rid of the roof, and on the map it's just a floating roof. Well, it is a realm of magic, which makes it somewhat believable. At least the tombstone will stay dry. And the last thing of business is take away Johnny's magical powers, as he's going to be the vampire guinea pig, because I put far too much work into making Hugh a good spellcaster, whilst I think Johnny literally knows one spell. Now it's time for home sweet home, as I like to call it. Destroy another home. This has to be one of the smallest homes I've ever seen in my life. There's no way it's going to be big enough for 2 people. So let's make it for 3 people. Welcome back into the family, Tamara. Wait a minute, I get 20 grand for Tamara joining. 20 grand? Maybe I should kill Tamara more often. Ella's just trying to guilt trip me by sending me a message like, hey, just to let you know, I had a beautiful baby girl. Well, I never cared about the first 2, so what makes you think I'll care about this one? I was looking around the map, trying to figure out where the best place was to go meet vampires, but it looks like one has came to me. Well, he's a vampire, or a totally misunderstood teenager, but we'll soon find out when I ask him to bite me. I'm just making this place feel more like home by finding a place in my grave collection. At least with the vampire theme, it actually fits in for a change. The only annoying thing is, it does look equal because I only have one grave on the left side. I knew I shouldn't have left that tombstone at the other place. I'm sure we'll sort that out pretty soon though. And now time to answer the big question, is this guy really a vampire, or will I be jailed for asking a random stranger to bite me? It turns out he was a vampire, great. And now according to Google, I have to wait a couple of days for Johnny to turn. Yep, that's right. I have to wait a couple of days when a Sim's life expectancy in my playthroughs is probably only a couple of days to begin with. I guess I better give everyone a proper bed. That'll probably help a lot with our chance of survival. The problem is, I have like 0 space to actually place any furniture. There we go, that should do it. It's not pretty, but then again, none of my houses ever are. I just have Johnny searching for vampire secrets over and over. He's already been turned, but doesn't even know what a vampire is. He's just looking at the vampire wiki, like, wait a minute. I didn't realise this is what I signed up to. I don't know why this guy keeps coming over here. Every time he does, everyone's just lying in bed crying, and there's just an angry ghost floating around. I can't imagine him telling neighbours, have you met the new Jazz family? They're great. Last night, I sat downstairs with a ghost whilst they cried in bed for 8 hours. There's some laugh. What the hell? That ghost just broke my sink. I didn't even know they could do that. Oh my god, now she's breaking my toilet. What have I done to deserve this? Apart from brutally murder you in a Sims version of the Squid Games. Apart from that though, I've never did you any harm. Are you taking the piss? She's destroyed my full bathroom. I literally just moved in here and already the place is destroyed. At least she's picking up my bin that she kicked over in the first place, by the way. Oh wait, no, she just picked up to kick it back over again. It looks like I have a lot of fixing to do, Johnny, because I can tell you one thing, Hugh won't be fixing anything, that's for sure. I keep just making John eat this over and over, even though he hates it, because he's starting to lose his appetite for food. You're kidding me on. Now this other ghost has broken my toilet. What is it with ghosts and the attraction to this toilet? Finally, the transformation is happening. Now I can finally follow through with my plan. Oh, you didn't know there was a plan? Come on, there's always a plan. Just like I hope you're planning hitting that like button, as it'd be highly appreciated and it means the video can spread to more people. Thank you. But before I plan, our first order of vampire business is to unlock the ability to turn into a bat. Right now, this is the most important thing to me. You literally have the ability to fly around as a bat and you're still crying. Well, some people are just never happy, are they? There, isn't that much better? No, he's still sad. Well, you can't say I never tried. Oh my god, I kept rebuying the same book because every time Johnny read it, it disappeared from his inventory. So I thought, it had to be a consumable. And it turns out, he's putting them in this bookshelf. So now I have 3 copies of the exact same book. I love how the vampire elders call me, and I just have the option to tell him not to call me anymore. The whole point of this expansion is to become a vampire, and you can just be like, not interested, and just hang up the phone. Anyway, back to the plan. I'm going to throw a dinner party, but what the guests don't know is, the dinner is actually them. Plus I thought it'd be funny to see what this house would be like with this many people crammed into it, like a can of sardines. Yes, the guests are starting to arrive. I don't know why, when Hugh's a dick to everyone he ever meets, but it just shows you, people use anything for an excuse for a night out. What the hell was that for? And she's even laughing about it. Do you think that's funny, do you? Well, I'll show you. Oh my god, for some reason, it will not let me build a wall here at all. I think it has something to do with the ledge there. No matter, they're going to have to move away from the only safe spot in the house at one point. What? How did she walk through that? Is this person untrappable? Mark my words, before this video ends, I will get you. It's a dinner party, yet somehow the fridge is broken already. I just hope no one electrocutes themselves. Wink wink. On a more positive note, look how full the party is. I should have maybe also mentioned that no one is allowed to leave this party until I say so. Now let the feasting begin, and I guess you guys can also help yourself to food too. I need all of you to keep your strength up so I can harvest your blood. I love how fast Johnny's managed to rank up his vampire skill already. This is like the ultimate farming technique, but this isn't a free range farm. You all live in extremely poor conditions. You want to live in even poorer conditions apparently, because you've now just destroyed your only water source. Well, 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 look who's wandered up into my trap. Thought you could sneak up on Hugh whilst he was sleeping, did you? You can stay in this prison until I decide what to do with you. Good news, I finally decided what to do with you. Oh my god, I didn't think that would actually work. I just downloaded a mod and told Hugh to throw a helicopter at her. The little wheel roll and everything. That's brilliant. And then Hugh just goes back to sleep after it all. He has zero compassion at all. Johnny's just freaking out. He keeps trying to fly away and then just reappears in the same spot over and over. Now he's phoned the police. I didn't even know this mod added any of this. I just read kill Sims and that's all I needed to know. There's the police there. They've turned up with guns and everything. And where's my front door gone? The police can't even get in because it's gone. And what is this thing in the middle of my garden? This is absolute madness. What is going on? What happens if I click just go away? Oh wait, they actually do go away. I love how you can see them change into normal clothes as they disappear. The last few minutes have been amazing. I'm so happy I downloaded that mod. Wait a minute, vampire creation gained the power to turn other Sims into vampires. So what have I been doing? I thought that's what I was doing when I was biting them. For God's sake. The only problem is, I can't turn anyone into vampires because this whole city seems to be spellcasters. Finally, I found one person who isn't a spellcaster. We somehow actually live in a city where it's more uncommon to be normal than be a supernatural being. And I've not helped the ratio by making someone else a vampire. Well, we'll just have to sort that population problem as soon as you finish using the toilet. I may be a murderer, but I'm not rude. I thought the game was like, it begins, talking about my murdering spree, but no, it's just asking if you likes video games. This isn't really the time. Oh, who am I kidding? I guess it's always the right time for video games. I was trying to ask you to run him over with a car, but he's like, you can't get a car in here, that's too unrealistic. Crashing a helicopter through the roof is fine, but a car is where he draws the line. I guess I'll just have to kill you with grilled cheese instead. It is a dinner party after all. Although, I did try to take you in here to be secret, but when you poke your head through the wall like that, it's kind of a giveaway. Hugh is feeling playful after that, by the way. I've managed to find someone else I can turn into a vampire, but I literally think this is the only other normal person in this house. Saying that, I don't think anyone can be normal after this experience. I don't think anyone will ever be the same again. This collection just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's a good thing this house is so small. It gives me plenty of room to place these. My original plan here was to bait one of the other vampires up on the roof and then let the sun burn them, but I've actually forgot which ones are turned into vampires, so this poor girl can just be trapped up here regardless. And for my finale to the party, instead of fireworks, you can just have some fire. Here, enjoy. Oh my god, why did Johnny just fly into there? He was literally away from the fire and used his bat power to get close to it. I love how the ghost is also panicking, even though they're already dead. How did the fire brigade manage to put that out from outside? That doesn't even make sense. Let's see you put that out now. I've had to use chairs because again, the game won't let me place walls next house for some strange reason. I think Johnny has some sort of death wish. He's flew into the fire again, and now he's putting out. Whose side are you on exactly? Now the fire's went out on its own. You've all ruined my party by not dying. How could you all be so selfish? Well, if I can't burn down my own lot, then I'll just have to burn down this mansion instead. Apparently the party was so good, instead of going home, everyone has decided to follow me here as well, which is a bad thing when you're trying to steal expensive items. You want as little witnesses as possible. Now hopefully, if I set fire up here, no one will notice, including Johnny, who I'm hoping stays far away this time. Of course he never stayed away. He has an obsession with standing next to burning fire. You are kidding me on. Johnny has literally just died because of the sun. I totally forgot to keep an eye on his vampire energy. Well, I guess it is a fit way to go. He always did love fire. I'm trying to plead with the Grim Reaper for his life, but he's having none of it. This pack has turned into a complete disaster. In fact, what is Tamara doing whilst all this is going on? Where is she? Oh, standing idly next to a toilet. Thanks for your help, Tamara. Why couldn't you have burned instead? Well, probably because you actually pay attention to your vampire energy. But still, speaking of burning, this fire's lasting absolutely ages. It just keeps going and going. But at this rate, we might actually deplete the other guy's vampire energy. And look who's finally came crawling over. I think you're a bit late warning us about the fire. Finally, the fire has went out. That legitimately took days to stop. I was standing in fast forward for about 10 real minutes. What the heck is going on now? Tamara's died from extreme heat. I didn't even know Sims could die from that. This pack is 100% cursed. Everything that can go wrong has went wrong. This is all you and your pack's fault. Come here. At least seeing that has cheered me up a bit. Q was actually standing outside the house and went inside to then get the car to run him over. Because logic. And now he's doing push-ups in his blood. This has definitely turned into the darkest Sims video I have ever done. And that's saying something. Even the Grim Reaper's like, could you stop killing Sims? I don't have all day to reap souls. When the Grim Reaper's saying that, that's when you know it's bad. Oh no, he has a smoke detector. Now the fire brigade are going to turn up and see who covered in blood. She must have been one of the people at the party. She just changed into a vampire right in front of you. That just shows you how long I've been standing in this one spot, waiting for this house to burn. Johnny took like 3 days to change. I think I broke her. The other guy just went to fight the fire himself. It's as if they're just standing there like, I won't tell anybody about you if you don't tell anybody about me. Deal? Now they're both dancing. Okay, what is going on with this pack? I've had enough of this. I'm just collecting marns and going home. Or what I have left of a home. This place is absolutely trashed. This has to be like the most depressing end to a Sims video ever. The only saving grace could be if that statue though is worth some kind of money. Of course it's worth no money. Thanks very much for watching. If you want to see more Sims 4 content, I suggest you watch this video next. And thank you to my patrons, Harry Haywood, Captain Tourette, Kajel Sinke, Amber Lee and 8-Bit Euro.